Homemade double chocolate brownie cookies. Yummy! Hey, it's me, Lisa. We have made double chocolate brownie cookies. You want to see my batter? Now this is super simple. We're gonna take a tablespoon, or you can get an ice cream scoop. This is what I got. Okay, now it's good night, my lovelies. Now these cookies are going to cook for, or bake, sorry. They are going to bake for about 10 to 12 minutes. Roughly around there, 12 minutes. Look at these beauties. They puffed up nicely. All right, I just pulled them out of the oven, like literally a second ago. Perfect. So a normal chocolate chip cookie, you would see that it's like barely golden brown. But with the double chocolate, this is what you look for. It's not burnt. It's perfect. So these were in the oven for about 11 minutes. All right, second batch in. Yay! Good night, my little ones. Have a nice spa day. All right, so now we get to try the cookie. I'm gonna take this one because, yeah, it's the biggest. Okay, you see the cookie? It's nice, it's perfectly golden. Like, the camera doesn't do it justice, but that's a nice break. Ooh, I don't know if y'all can see. Can you see it? It's super delish. Like, look at that. Okay. Now that's a cookie. It tastes like a brownie. Okay, if you want the recipe for my cookie, I'm gonna give it to you right now. It is 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of unsalted butter, 1/2 cup of light brown sugar, packed, and it's got to be super soft. About 6 tablespoons of white granulated sugar, 1 egg, 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon, ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 1 large egg, 1/2 bag of milk chocolate chips, and 2.5 tablespoons or teaspoons of cocoa powder. And then you're going to add, once you start to make your dough and it's all crumbled, because, well, so what I do is when I add my dry ingredients, I then add the butter, and I start mixing the butter in with my dry ingredients about halfway. And then with the egg, I crack my egg in a separate dish, and I scramble it with the vanilla. Then I add it to my mixture, but I also add 1.5 tablespoons of ice cold water. Then I complete my dough mixture. Then I form my little cookie balls, and then I bake them. That's it. So, yeah. And so the prepping time is about 10 minutes, because you're getting everything prepared, right? to have your dough, the cooking time is literally 10 to 12 minutes. So the perfect cookie for today was exactly 11 minutes. So go to however you wish. If you want a nice soft cookie, go as I did. If you want it just a little bit more cooked, 12 minutes. 12 minutes max, okay? Set your timer. So smaller cookies, not like my cookies I just made, because those are like medium to large cookies, but smaller cookies take about, I'd say, like 8 to 10 minutes, because they're smaller, right? So they don't take as much time in the baking process as other sized cookies. Like if you want monster giant cookies, I can make those. They just take about like between 10 to 15 minutes to bake in the oven. But small cookies are like, yeah, if you're making little mini cookies for kids, snacks and stuff like that, they're just like 6 to 8 to 10 minutes in time. So not bad. Large cookies bake from 10 to 13 minutes usually, but my cookies usually are 10 to 12 minutes exact. So yes. And when you do make these cookies, they're really simple to make, but let them sit for at least 5 minutes on the parchment paper before removing them and allowing them to cool for an extra 10 minutes.